Hello, everyone. It's Audrey with Audrey's Variety Show, and today I'm going to be reviewing and discussing Cowboy Bebop on Netflix with its live action adaptation from the anime. The Netflix Cowboy Bebop reboot, or I don't think it's a reboot, it's adaptation, stars John Cho as Spike Spiegel, Mustafa Shakir as Jet, and Daniela Pineda as Faye Valentine for our three main characters. Now, I've only watched episodes 1 through 5 of the anime. I mean, of this adaptation. So I'm just going off of the 1 through 5. And I will say that it does a faithful adaptation of the source material. It's out of all of the debacles that there have been so far, as far as Netflix and other streaming services trying to adapt anime material. This is one of the better ones. It's probably the best one. Um, um, they do have a little bit some slight change ups, and the pacing is a lot quicker, but still done well. You still get to experience the characters, and the characters themselves remain intact with some slight differences and add-ons to some of the characters. But I would say like the core elements, the spirit of the original are in this adaptation. So I think they really did handle this with a lot of care and attention and love towards the source material. Now I will say that the characters, they get along well with the actors, and when like I think there's some chemistry between them all. In doing this, I'm sure they're all were very invested in doing this series. That being said, and within the first 5 episodes, we really do go through uh, pretty much most of um, Faye's character arc. It deviates slightly from the original. There's no love triangle. No, there's no love aspect into one of her character traits and her sole reasons for doing what she does and being. But it doesn't really take away anything from the character. Um, Another character is Julia, the love interest for Spike and Vicious in this, also has a lot more of a role than in the original. She's not just like a ethereal in the background kind of character, um, nor just a love interest, so to speak. She has a more prominent role to play, and she's kind of a tad bit more fleshed out of a character in this retelling of this story. Jet's story is pretty much character arc is pretty much the same. They do a lot. There's a lot of mixed melding together of the what was it 26 episode anime. I think about 26 episodes, and this 10 episode live action. But it's done. It's put together well. It all flows and melds together well. So like the pacing, there's not really anything wrong with the pacing, nor going over the character arcs. There's nothing really wrong with that. It's just a slight retelling um, of the source material. And it's mostly to do with the female characters of the series, which there aren't a lot of. It's really just Faye and Julia that we have to be concerned with. As far as Edward goes, Edward, I have not, in the 5 episodes that I've seen so far, um, Edward is not in this particular story whatsoever that I have seen. so far. I don't even know if they're going to add Edward into this. I might get some flack for this, but I don't really think Edward is really needed. Like in the anime, yes, there were like the goofy element that Edward brought in the uh, to the story. I don't really think they're going to use it or need it here. I could be wrong. I haven't seen all the episodes, but I really don't think Edward is really needed in this in the direction and the gear in which they are going towards retelling the story and adaptation. And like Edward not being there doesn't really take away anything. Like it at least not to me. And like Edward was just a silly, goofy part of the Cowboy Bebop um, story. It had nothing really to do with the overall theme or character progression or anything like that. Didn't have anything to do with that. So with that being said, I will say that Cowboy Bebop is a faithful adaptation of the source material. Um, it's still to me missing that magic that the original had. There's just something about the anime that just can't be done, as with a lot of these particular stories that they try to adapt. There's just something that you just can't. There's just the magic missing. There's just something missing um, from the live action to from the anime. I think there's just something that's just lost in translation when you do these types of things. But I will say that it is worth watching if you are a fan. I think you'll still enjoy it. I mean, but like if you're not too nostalgia heavy, like nothing is going to top the original ever in anything, whether it's a book, the original music, is that nothing will ever top the original of anything because that's why it's so beloved. That's why it's wanting to be retold and reimagined for others. But yeah, the magic is just it just doesn't transfer. But they do this justice and do it well. If you're a die-hard fan, you're just going to find something wrong. You really are. You're just going to find something wrong with anything, whether it's Cowboy Bebop or whatever. But I will say, like Death Note and some of the other ones that they had, Airbender and all this other kind of stuff, Dragon Ball Evolution, that garbage. I will cut Death Note a little bit of slack because I understood what they were doing. I just wish they didn't do it. I just wish they didn't do it. But I understood what the creative process behind doing what they did was. But we're talking about Cowboy Bebop, and this is going on for a little bit too long. So I would say go watch it. They do it justice. Um, it's done well. It's done with a lot of love and care. So if you're interested in Cowboy Bebop or a fan, I would check this out. It is enjoyable. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.